All right, there was an old saw during the administration of Lyndon Johnson that when Walter Cronkite was critical of his conduct of the Vietnam War, the president famously said, "When I lose Walter Cronkite, I've lost everything." Kind of paraphrasing that. So if you're Governor Andrew Cuomo in New York, forget about the media that's already begun to turn on you, and in fact is well into turning on you. When you lose big liberals like Jerry Nadler and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, and 11 of the 19 Democrats that make up the New York congressional delegation, with more expected to follow, you got to wonder what is next for the embattled governor. Brendan Lyons joins us right now. Brendan is a Times Union, Albany Times Union managing editor, and has been following this from the very beginning. Brendan, thank you for taking the time. Certainly his friends are dwindling and his support is dwindling. He could very well be, political dead man walking here. What's your read of things?
He seems to be hanging on, and as you know, it's really a matter of this moment of counting the supporters he probably has left, and it's decreasing. And now we're hearing rumblings that there's a possibility that the entire New York Senate may call for his resignation at some point. So there is also calls in the senators for a compromise where the governor would step aside and allow the lieutenant governor to take over the governance of the state while he awaits the outcome of the state attorney general's investigation of all these accusations.
What are the most damaging accusations right now, Brendan? I know when it started, it was all the nursing home stuff, and then all of these women and the controversial behavior on the part of the governor. Now they're both together, and they're like a 1-2 whammy against the governor. I cannot see a situation where he keeps control. Certainly, he's losing it in overseeing the COVID-19 response. And I don't know what could come next, but play this out, or how you think this could play out.
Like you said, it's really a perfect storm that the governor is caught in at the moment. That this week we reported what is the most serious allegation to date against him in terms of sexual harassment, when a female staff member, reported that she had been groped in a sexually aggressive manner by the governor in his private residence at the executive mansion in December. That took place when she was asked to come there to help him with a minor fix on his cell phone. And it was unearthed last week when the woman was watching him give a talk to the press and defend himself, and claiming that he had never inappropriately touched anyone. And she became emotional, and a supervisor went to her aid and asked what happened, and that's how it unfolded. And then meanwhile, the Eastern District, the U.S. Justice Department, is probing the accusations that this administration may have manipulated nursing home data, potentially to assist the governor's public aura, if you will, at a time when he was preparing a book. That is a very serious investigation that it involves a lot of FBI agents, I can tell you that, who are on the ground now interviewing people.
Yeah, that now you're starting to talk legal action here when it gets to that point. To your point, Brendan, I am curious though. I guess the lieutenant governor would emerge as the governor in the event that the governor had to resign. But that can get tricky too, because it seems like a growing list of people who are already trying out for that job or salivating for it. That could include the New York State Attorney General, a host of other prominent Democrats who barely wasted a nanosecond to seize on this. I'm not saying all for political reasons, but a good many of them who want that job. And I'm wondering what the fallout would be. Let's say a lieutenant governor moves into that post with an election then months later. Where is this going?
Well, certainly many people have faith that the Lieutenant Governor, Kathy Hochul, who is a veteran lawmaker, could slide into that position and do the job well. And the legislature would be able to work with her. She's highly regarded. She's from Western New York. She has congressional experience. And as far as the Attorney General, Letitia James, many people feel that she really planted her flag in the field of neutrality when she issued a report very damning and exposing the governor's office for the first time officially for undercounting, underreporting the number of nursing home fatalities, and doing it deliberately. And that was a signal to everybody in the chambers, at least, that the attorney general does not have his back and is willing to follow evidence where it may lead. And as you say, Neil, she
would not be
could
good.
be positioned.
Go ahead.
Yeah, she could be positioning herself for a run too, because in this state, there's a long history of attorneys general ultimately becoming governors.
Yeah, I forgot about that. All right, Brendan, thanks. If you don't mind, I'd love to get you back to tap your insights and your connections on this, because you've been uncanny just tracing it here. But it obviously goes on and on and on. Brendan Lyons, the Old Times Union managing editor